What do you mean, stay with me? He's here, isn't he? I've had to let him come home. Now, hang on. Before you go on, I had no bleeding choice. Let me start from the top. So, I take the kids to school, I do my shopping, and I get home. Just as I get in the door, I get a text, and it's Lillian, Barry's mum. The text says, call me, I've got hardly any credit. I thought, Then I read on. Barry's been taken into hospital. He's had a really bad accident. I thought, shit, what's happened? And I phone her. I thought, you're a cheap cow. This better not be a trick. So she picks up and I says, what's the matter? What's happened? She went, it's Barry. He's had a really bad fall. He went up the ladders because he forgot his keys and he thought he'd get through the window. He's fell off the bleeding ladder. He's broke his arm. He's broke his wrist, a leg, and fractured his toe, and loads of other stuff that I can't remember. I said, oh my God, is he all right? Are you there now? She goes, no, I'm in Blackpool with a friend. You're going to have to go and pick him up. I said, you what? She goes, I can't come all the way from Blackpool. I'm visiting my mate. I said, you what? You mean to tell me your son's in hospital with all kinds broken and you can't be arsed going to see him because you're too busy having fish, chips and peas on Blackpool bleeding seafront with your old mates? And it's not your old mates. I know that he's got loads of money and you're waiting for him to cop off because you want his house. She goes, I brought me tickets now and I can't change them. You selfish cow. I said, what about your other kids? She went, well, none of them are speaking to each other. I said, he's in hospital. So anyway, she tells me where he is and I go see him, don't I? I can't just leave him there, can I? Or can I? No, I can't. So I goes into the ward and I see him, don't I? I've never seen so much plaster Paris in my bleeding life. I felt dead bad for him, I did. He's got casts all over the place and he's in a wheelchair. His neck's in a brace and what you can see is covered in bruises and cuts. He looked dead surprised to see me and all. He said, what are you doing here? I says, I've come to pick you up. I didn't tell him that his mum's a self-centred bitch and she won't come from Blackpool to come pick him up. I thought to myself, I'll save that for ammunition when I need it because I guarantee there will be a time when I throw it in her face. So he gets to ours and I set him up in the living room. I make him a brew and he's got this look on his face. I said, what's the matter? He goes, I really need a poo. Then it suddenly dawns on me. I've got to wipe his bleeding ass. He's got all his arms in plaster, so I've got to bleeding do it. And he's got to do it in a bleeding bucket and I've got to clean it up. I've been in that bathroom after him and it bleeding stinks. My eyes water. I nearly passed out. It lingers through the whole house. But this time it's going to be my bleeding living room. Now I'm going to have to face his bleeding hole, aren't I? I feel like I'm in the bleeding twilight zone. No wonder his bleeding mum didn't want to come and pick him up. Well, as soon as she comes home, he's got his straight bleeding back. If she thinks I'm being lumbered with him, she's got another thing coming. And if he thinks he's staying here any longer than a few days, he's going to have a rude awakening. He's sadly mistaken.
Brenda!
What, Barry?
Finish!
Right. I better go and wipe his arse then, ain't I?